Now see, in the previous class what we have discussed. In the previous class we have discussed compression molding method, injection molding method, the blow filling molding method, where the plastic is converted into articles. In our previous class we have discussed how the plastic is converted into article. Now, now we will see the continuation. There is a question is asking in your previous examination, and that question I would like to discuss with you here. Now the question is, what is known to be that biodegradable polymer? I will tell you. The polymers of two classification, the polymers of biodegradable and the polymers of non-biodegradable. I will ask you one question. What is the difference between biodegradable and non-biodegradable? The polymers which is degraded under the soil condition, water condition, and those polymers containing eco-friendly character. అంటే ఏం లేదండి, పాలిమర్స్ అనేవి ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ కండిషన్ లో ఈజీగా డిగ్రేడ్ అయితే వాటిని ఏమంటున్నాడు, దే ఆర్ నోన్ టు బి దట్ biodegradable polymers. And these biodegradable polymers of two classification, the first classification is hydrobiodegradable and the second classification oxybiodegradable, HBP and as well as OBP. Now see, what is meant by biodegradable polymer? You will see the definition here. Biodegradable polymers undergo degradation on exposure to the moisture, on exposure to the heat, on exposure to the oxygen, ozone, and as well as microorganisms. I'm repeating. When we are discussing about that biodegradable polymer, and these biodegradable polymers undergo a degradation on exposure to the moisture, heat, oxygen, and as well as ozone condition. Right. Now, what is meant by degradation? I'm repeating. Biodegradation is nothing but the breaking of chemical structures. I'm repeating. Biodegradation is nothing but the breaking of chemical structures. Then what happened? The breaking of chemical structure, the polymer is a combination of n number of monomers. Generally, man em cheptunamandi, polymers which containing n number of monomer. The polymer which containing lakhs of monomers. The polymers which containing the lakhs of monomers, when the degradation takes place and that polymer is converted to give monomers, the polymers is come back to the monomer. Monomer combined to form polymer by the degradation, and the polymer come back to that monomer. Now, then this degradation is of two classification. The first one is HPP, the second one is OBP, hydrobiodegradable and oxybiodegradable. And these biodegradable polymers of two classification, number one is natural biodegradable polymer, number two is known to be synthetical biodegradable polymer. Now we will see the classification step by step. We'll see here. Now we'll see the classification step by step. Now, what is the difference between OBP and as well as HBP? You see here. What is the difference between oxybiodegradable and as well as hydrobiodegradable? And oxybiodegradable, they are giving rise to the byproduct. The byproduct is known to be carbon dioxide and H2O. Now, the reaction what I'm saying is oxygen condition. Then, and hydrobiodegradable, again the byproduct is known to be. Nana akkada evaru unmute lo unnaru chudandi. Sounds vastnayi. Right. Now see here, in oxybiodegradable, the byproduct is known to be carbon dioxide and H2O. In hydrobiodegradable, the byproduct is known to be carbon dioxide and as well as H2O. HBP, hydrobiodegradable polymer, OBP, oxybiodegradable polymer, and both polymers having the advantages. Now we will see the advantages of hydrobiodegradable and as well as oxybiodegradable. Now we will see the advantage. Biodegradable polymers should be non-toxic. Simple example. If any biodegradable polymer which is made up of plant wastage, just I would like to mention a bottle, plastic garbage containing bottle. A bottle is made up of vegetable garbage. If any bottle is made up of vegetable garbage, it is known to be that biodegradable plastic, and that biodegradable plastic is non-toxic. Okay, bottles containing water, or the food material, the food preservatives containing food, or the tiffin boxes containing tiffin, right? When we are taking all these food materials, and this food material at the high temperature, in sometimes it may react with the plastic material. Now, plastic like PVC, PE, polystyrene, they are known to be toxic. Then what is the main advantages of biodegradable? When these biodegradable, they may react with the food because they're taking from the plant material, they are non-toxic. They're taking from the vegetable waste, they are known to be non-toxic, right? And these biodegradable polymers, mostly they are taking from that plant sources, they are known to be non-toxic. The first advantage, non-toxic. The second advantage, these are capable of controlled rate of degradation. I will tell you what is meant by controlled rate of degradation. మన previous example చూసానా, styrene is converted to give polystyrene. LPG, LG polymers లోని మన స్టైరిన్ పాలిస్టైరిన్ కన్వర్ట్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు there might be uncontrolled reaction. Uncontrolled reaction ద్వారా మనకి ఏమవుతుంది, there is a possibility of explosive nature. యాక్చువల్గా స్టైరిన్ ఛాంబర్ నుంచి పాలిస్టైరిన్ కన్వర్ట్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు చైన్ ఎక్కడ బ్రేక్ అవ్వకుండా ఈ ప్రాసెస్ లో ఏమవుతుందంటే ఎక్స్పోజ్ అవుతుంది. అండ్ దట్ కండిషన్ వాట్ వీఆర్ సేయింగ్ as uncontrolled rate of reaction. But when you are preparing biodegradable, polymeric reactions are uncontrolled reaction. Polymeric reaction that may cause us to explosive reaction. Okay, polymeric reaction not 100% safety. Just we have seen just 1 month back. 1 month back, man chusan one of the biggest disaster. Okay, near to our living place, right? One of the biggest disaster, that is the evolution of styrene gas. When the styrene is combined to form polystyrene, the styrene is known to be a chemical material. Polystyrene is known to be chemical material. Styrene is known to be starting material. Polystyrene is known to be the end material. Now, during the chemical combination, there is a possibility of explosive. Why? Because the rate of the reaction is uncontrolled. But when you are preparing biodegradable polymers are having controlled rate of reaction. I'm repeating. And this biodegradable polymers containing the controlled rate of reaction. Now I'll ask you the one question, where these biodegradable polymers are used. And these biodegradable polymers are used in the medicinal industries, they are used in orthopedic devices, they are used in safety belts and tents, and they are used in PET bottling industry. I will tell you again. They are used in the medicinal industry. How we are using the medicinal industries, the biodegradable polymers, right? The question is, how we are using biodegradable polymers in the medicinal industry. I will give you a best example. We are taking medicine in the form of capsule. Okay, the outer body of the capsule is nothing but made up of a polymer, and that polymer is made up of paper material, or the polymer is made up of plant sources, and the polymer is made up of vegetable waste, right? And those polymers, they are known to be biodegradable. They are used in the making of capsule. Capsule is nothing but biodegradable polymer. When we are taking medicine along with the capsule, and the capsule enters to the human body, the capsule enters to the intestine system, the capsule which is absorbed in the intestine system, and there is no possibility of harmful character, which is easily soluble in the intestine system, which is easily absorbed in the intestine system, which is having 100% eco-friendly character. Now, they are used in orthopedic devices. Now, they are also used in the safety belts, tents, and etc. and etc. Biodegradable polymers are eco-friendly polymers. Now, the bottle is made up of biodegradable. Food materials, okay, food packing cards is made up of biodegradable. Instead of polythene cover, we are using biodegradable cover, right? Generally, చూడండి నాన్న, బాటిల్ కానీ బాక్సెస్, ఫుడ్ బాక్సెస్ కానీ క్యారేజ్ బాక్సెస్ కానీ అవన్నీ దేంట్లో ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తున్నారు? Of itself, they are all preparing with the biodegradable polymers, right? Now here the question in your examination asking for 7 to 8 mark, they're asking how the biodegradable polymers are classified, explain its properties and application. The question is like this: describe biodegradable polymers and their significance. When they're asking about biodegradable polymers and their significance, biodegradable polymers have two classification: hydrobiodegradable, number 2 oxybiodegradable, number 1 natural biodegradable, number 2 synthetical biodegradable. And these biodegradable polymers, byproducts is known to be carbon dioxide, H2O, biomass. The byproduct is known to be carbon dioxide, H2O, biomass. And these biopolymers, they are 100% non-toxic nature, and they can have controlled rate of degradation. I'm repeating, the controlled rate of degradation. Now, because of these two advantages, biodegradable polymers, they're having the most advantage, the most eco-friendly character when compared with that non-biodegradable plastics. Now, Now we'll see the next question. Just two questions చూద్దామండి. Rest of the continuation మన next week చూద్దాం. రేపు చూద్దాం. రేపు ఎగ్జామ్ ఉంది కాబట్టి రేపు ఎగ్జామ్ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఎగ్జామ్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తే రేపు క్లాస్ తీసుకోవట్లే. నెక్స్ట్ రివిజన్ క్లాసెస్ మన ట్యూస్డే నుంచి యాజ్ ఇట్ ఉంటాయి. Now see here. Now the next question I'm asking your examination, they're asking preparation, properties and application. Preparation, properties and applications of polythene. In the examination of 3 marks ఇస్తున్నాడు. 3+5 essay question లో ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ కింద ఇస్తున్నాడు. చూద్దాం ఒకసారి. Polythene of two classification. The first one is LDPE. The second one is known to be HDPE. LDPE is known to be low density polythene. HDPE is known to be high density polythene. Then what is the difference between lower density polythene compared with the high density polythene? Last time we checked. Lower density polythene, they are known to be amorphous. High density polythene is known to be crystalline. Irregular geometry, amorphous. Regular geometry is known to be crystalline. Then when we are taking low density polythene, which is prepared at the temperature of 250 degrees centigrade, high temperature followed by high pressure. You see here the pressure is about 1500 atmospheric pressure. Now LDPE used in, that might be used in the packing covers. It is used in the tube, which is used in the coating wire, and which is also used in making of filaments, making of sheets, making of cable, insulation materials, right? Most of the cases, the low density plastics or thin plastics are prepared by LDPE. I'm repeating. The low density plastics or the thin plastics are prepared by LDPE. Now we'll see the continuation here. What is the difference between HDPE? HDPE is prepared at the lower temperature, low pressure condition. HDPE containing high strongness, HDPE containing the high stiffness character, HDPE containing the higher crystallinity, and HDPE used in the making of kitchenwares, domestic appliances. They are used in the making of tank linings. HDPE used in the insulating parts, bottling caps, packing materials, tubes, and as well as coated wire. Best example in ledna. HDPE used in the pipe industry. HDPE pipe, crystalline. LDPE, polythene car. Polythene pipe, polythene cover. Polythene pipe, low density polythene. Polythene pipe, high density polythene. Polythene cover, low density polythene, right? Now, when we are comparing the both cases, LDPE is amorphous, HDPE is known to be crystalline. I'm repeating. LDPE is known to be amorphous and HDPE is known to be crystalline. Now, in your examination, they're asking question Teflon. Teflon is our examination. Next question. Next one. And this question is very, very important. This question to complete chestam jaataka chuddamandi. And this question is very, very important. I'm saying about Tycol rubber. Let me ask you the question. What is known to be the Tycol rubber? Tycol rubber, when we are discussing, Tycol rubber is nothing but polysulfide rubber. I'm repeating. Tycol rubber is known to be that polysulfide rubber. What is known to be that polysulfide rubber? And the polysulfide rubber, when we are discussing, we can have 3 classifications of polymers. The first one is a plastics of 2 classification, thermoplastic, thermoset plastic. Number 2 is known to be rubber. Number 3 is known to be elastomer. I'm repeating. Number 1 is known to be thermoset plastic. Number 2 is known to be rubber. Number 3 is known to be elastomers. And these rubbers of 2 classification, the first one is natural rubber and the second one I'm saying synthetical rubber. Now here we are seeing the synthetical rubber. Polysulfide rubber is known to be that synthetical rubber. Polysulfide is a combination of ethylene dichloride plus sodium disulfide. You see here, it is a combination of ethylene dichloride and sodium polysulfide. Ethylene dichloride, CH2, CH2, Cl, Cl, and sodium polysulfide, sodium, sodium, sulfur, sulfur. And here I'm taking sodium, Na leaves as Na plus, and here I'm taking Cl, the Cl leaves as Cl minus. The byproduct is known to be NaCl. which is resistance towards acids, bases, and as well as solvents. Now, this sulfur may not be vulcanized. Especially, I'm saying thiocol. What is known to be thiocol? Thiocol is used in the making of gaskets, seals, and printing rolls. Thiocol మన gaskets అని మీరు కుక్కర్లో gaskets ఉన్నాయి చూసారా? కుక్కర్ gaskets లో కూడా thiocol వాడతారండి, right? And thiocol is used for the lining of houses and as well as gasoline houses. Gasoline hoses లోని lining hoses లో కూడా thiocol మనం యూస్ చేస్తాం.